And welcome back. It is the 3rd of August, high five a day, and straight to the first one. Now we have a cumulative frequency. Obviously very hard for you to do on a screen, but you need to know how to present this properly. So the first question says estimate. Now the reason it says estimate is because you're using a graph, and so therefore it won't be precise. And it will normally say in an exam using the graph. So it actually wants you to notice that if there's 40 things overall, the halfway across one is the 20th across. Then in a real exam, you're going to do a super accurate job of, obviously it'll be a bigger piece of paper, of going in, looking exactly, so I'm trying to do this on an iPad, looking exactly where it crosses, using the scale, and I get 3.4, use the scale, the axis given, so 3.4 kilograms. Next question, estimate again, because I'm using the graph. How many penguins have a mass between 2 and 4? So again, on the graph, I'm going to, as accurate as I can, say that 2 occurs at 4. So that's at 4. And 4, and then to be honest, it doesn't really matter how straight these lines are. What matters is I get the intersection correct. So 4 hits here, which is at 34. Again, this is a question about drawing it neatly, relatively, but more notably getting the right scale. So 34 minus 4 gives me exactly 30. It's not kilograms, it's 30, what am I measuring? Penguins, so 30 penguins. Penguins. And that's it. Question done. Next question. Freddie and Martha have a dentist appointment. So the probability that Freddie is on time to his appointment is 0.9. Probability that Martha is 0.72. Okay. I draw it like a free diagram. So this is Freddie, who is either on time, so let's say early, or is late. And then Martha is either early and late, or early and late based on what Freddie does. I know the probability that Freddie's on time is 0.9, which means I know he's late with a 0.1. I know Martha and Freddie are both on time with 0.72, which means that I know that this times this is equal to 0.72. which means that this is equal to 0.8 because 0.9 times 0.8 is 0.72. So I also know, therefore, this is 0.2. This is the same 0.8, and this is also 0.2. What does it want me to do? Find the probability that both people are late. So that's going to be this one here, which is 0.1 times 0.2, which is 0.02 or 2%. Not bad question, good question. Next and final question today. So we have an inequality. I'm going to zoom in a bit. Label the region which satisfies all 3 inequalities. So the way to do this is to basically sketch these lines first. I'm going to come to the last one in a second. So the easiest one is y is less than 2. So there's my y equals 2. It doesn't actually matter if you do it dotted or straight. You get marks for both. But it's a good idea to note this is a strict inequality. You're going to do dotted. If it equals, you're going to do a fixed line. Either way, dotted line. So y is less than 2. So I don't want any values that are above 2. So this is representing me crossing out all the points above 2. Y is greater than 2x minus 1. Now I know this goes through minus 1, which is here. I know it has a gradient of 2, so I use my scale carefully, and that's going to give me a line that looks something like this, again dotted. And I want, let me draw it first, I want all values that are greater than, which means I don't want any values that are below, because the below is underneath the line or less than. Now the final one is one that throws people. So if I rearrange it, that's the same as y is greater than minus x minus 3, which is a line that goes through minus 3, which is here, has a gradient of 1, so it's going to look something like this here. Again, because the whole point of this question is to draw the right range, you want to do these lines fairly well. I want all the values that are above, which means I don't want the values that are below. Now you can see clearly that what's left behind is that triangle in the middle. So I'm going to label that R. So I'm going to say that's my region R that I want. Don't have to colour it in. Indeed, actually, if you colour it in, you risk making it harder to read what you're doing. So R, to be clear for you watching the video, is going to be this here. If you're marking it as an examiner, you'll know what to look for. Remember, your exams are scanned, so they won't be able to see different colours and things. Either way, that is it. Question done. Decent mix, nice mix of questions today. I haven't seen some of those before. Do as ever, let me know how they went for you. Like, subscribe. I'll see you tomorrow.